As we can all see here, he owes $18,706.25. He hasn't made a lick of a payment. Well, never has he made a payment that wasn't meant to directly keep him from losing his license, or when he did his taxes, or they always have to chase him down and get him for child support. That's how much he hates his kids. He hates his kids because I left him, because he actually left me because he was on drugs and cheating and drinking. And then when I didn't take him back, that's when he became the victim and flipped out like a psychopath on the fact that he flipped out because I divorced him. He never wanted to be married. He never intended on being married. He just wanted the look of marriage, because that's what normal people do, is get married. So narcissists think that quite often. So getting married is what normal people do. Do normal people abandon their little boys and leave them to not have a life like he wished he would have had? I mean, he sits there and says his dad wouldn't pay for him to play football, and he has a big stink about that to this very day. But here he has little boys that would like to do things too, and not only will he not pay his child support, he won't even talk to them. He won't set up visits to see them. He won't, I mean, it's fine with me if he's going to be this way. I don't want somebody who is that disgusting around my children. I don't care who they are. Literally do not care who they are. If they're disgusting like that, why would I want them to be around my children? Here, why don't you just keep abusing all of us so that we can ensure to keep this cycle going and this chaos going? I mean, it makes no sense. But that's a narcissist mentality. You owe so much money in child support. You owe so many apologies to your sons. But they're never going to get that. Probably because you sit around and think, I'll just tell him later on when I play Disneyland dad in their adult years. I'll get them to believe that I wasn't the wrong guy in this situation. It was all their mother. All women cheat on me. That's what he tells people. Every woman he's ever been with has cheated on him. Turns out, that's a projection. He cheats on everybody that he's been with and leaves them and abandons them. And if they have a relationship, without his permission, written permission practically, if they didn't get the permission that the relationship was truly over, apparently, and you happen to be with somebody else, you will be accused of cheating, even though he's probably having sex with somebody at the very moment he's making the accusation, not his wife. The irony is incredible. The hypocrisy is demonic. So, if you're so demonic, then why don't you just get some help for that? You literally believe that you love drinking. Okay, that's some demonic stuff right there. No. Pay your child support, because you're nothing without taking care of your children. You can't be a Christian. You won't be considered a Christian. Even if you paid your child support and didn't see your kids whatsoever, you'd still be lower than a infidel. You would still be lower than an unbeliever. So you really should keep the word of God out of your mouth, because you're not a Christian, Charles. You're not a Christian. while abandoning your sons and not paying for their care. So they'll know it. They know it now. They know it now. Where are you? Not in their life. You've refused to be in their lives whatsoever. And don't sit there and tell people, I'm blocking your visits. I wouldn't risk losing my children so they don't, by not letting you have supervised audio visual visits every week. First of all, you told the judge a lie when you said you couldn't get here to Great Falls, which is a mere 2 hours plus away. A smidge over 2 hours. But you can go all the way to Nevada and have, and use all these drugs, and you're not working, at least not above the table. So let's just say you don't have a job because you're stealing from people and frauding people and screwing people over. And now you want to run away because you've created so many enemies in Missoula, Montana. And everywhere else you go. Everywhere else you go. How can everybody be doing pornography? Everybody you know happens to be doing pornography. And if you really want to piss them off, you say it's child pornography. You accuse people of murder. You accuse people of murdering Nefertari Bartel, which is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. Did you kill her? I'm just curious. You accuse so many people of so many things that you're actually doing all the time. So, where's your guilt? Where's your guilt really lying? I'd say that you are a complete and total failure by choice. You chose what you have in life. I bet it was really shocking to find out that your money was taken by child support when you got stranded in the middle of nowhere and you stole that guy's four-wheeler. Yeah, I have that video too. The whole conversation. Nobody was shooting up your car. Bikers were not after you. You'd be dead right now if they really were. It's not like it'd be hard to find you. They really wanted to find you, they'd find you. So it's stupid to try and get people to believe that. Why? To get them to feel sorry for you? To get them to not turn you in on your warrant when you absconded? Yeah. You should be put in jail forever because all you're out here doing is hurting people. But even if you were hurting nobody else except your children, that would be too much already. Good luck to the next victim. The next true victims. Either this girl you're with is extremely young and stupid, or extremely old and desperate. I don't even know. I can't imagine she has an intelligent bone in her body. Knowing what she should be knowing. If she believes your lies, that's the most insane thing. But then again, she's only a preschool teacher. My pug could teach preschool. So, I'm not impressed. And the courts aren't going to be impressed either. And if you think you're going to take any of her money and try to get my children, at this point, if you think getting together with her makes you look good because her family has money, that's not going to happen. I'd like to know if you're their victim or if she's yours. Because only a loser would want to be with somebody who doesn't take care of their children. It's a known fact. If you're not going to be loyal to your children, you're not going to be loyal to anybody else. Or any other future children. Yeah, you have a lot to say about your parents, but yeah, I get what you say about your mom, but at least your dad never abandoned you, and you think you can just show up at your fucking dad's house and think he's gonna be so impressed with you. You do nothing to impress anybody. What have you ever done? What have you ever done to impress anyone? Not take care of your kids. It wouldn't matter if you were impressive at all. If you're not taking care of your kids, that kind of squashes everything. Meaningless man.